I have, what you have both as Minister for Road Transport and Highways as well as for the MSME, whatever you have announced in the last few days is really encouraging. Our appeal on behalf of steel industry is to Road Transport and Highways Minister to use more steel, to use steel in your trash barriers, to use steel roads, to boost the consumption. With the broadening of your MSME structure, I think most of the MSME structure are actually customers of the steel industry. So with that, I would leave the floor to you, Gadkariji, to please take over.
All dear friends, presently we are facing the problem because of Corona. At the same time, economic crisis is also very important. We are all facing economic crisis because still we are not in position to start our industries with full speed. Government is trying their level best to how to start all the routine activities by taking preventive care for coronavirus. And it is very important that we have to save the life of the people. We need to understand the art of living with coronavirus. That is exactly the important thing, which is we are expected from all of us. And we need to understand and we need to learn from that. As far as the steel industry is concerned, already I have one discussion with the probably steel manufacturing industry. I don't know what is the difference between your organization and organization Steel Authority of India, Sajjan Jindal and all the people was there. I have already discussion with them. My suggestion is regarding using of steel is very important. It is core industry, and from in NHI, whatever the road contracts, out of which 40% the steel and cement we are taking for road construction. So definitely we are now planning for going for awarding works more than 15 lakh crores in 2 years. That is the target, and we are now already in position, and we are have a discussion with the pension fund, insurance funds, FDI investment, and particularly with the World Bank, ADB, BRICS Bank, out of which one of the institutions already have sanctioned a credit line for NHI. And we are planning to trying our level best to get maximum FDI in NHI, by which we will increase the speed of road construction. And ultimately, this speed is going to helpful for steel and cement industry. Regarding steel industry, they have given me a lot of time, many proposals related with the steel bridges. Modular steel bridges is very important. We are ready to consider it for NHI, DCL and other thing. We are making railway overbridges, ROB, lot of things we are doing. But the problem is that we need good designs, cost saving designs, because cost point of view also that is there is a problem. So my suggestion is presently in European countries, particularly in the France and UK, then particularly USA, they have got lot of good designs, and they are good designs and the code is already there, and they are making slick designs, and they are actually modular, and which is very important that we can make it. Somewhere the load factor is very important, but some of the road is where load factor is not that much high, but our attitude, our already the norms which we had decided are very conservative. So we are considering 100 ton of weight for considering the road construction, the bridge construction. But some of the area there is the transport not more than 30 ton, 40 ton. So somewhere we need to find out economically viable and good designs. That is very important. We are also making lot of crash barriers where the steel is already used. But the steel manufacturing industry and contractors, they actually, my suggestion is, if it is some of the steel industry, they have their export, they are getting their turnover in dollars. Why you are not making some amount and making on PPP and BOT basis or defer payment basis for 5 years, 6 years. If you can construct the crash barriers, we will definitely think about it that we can give you more orders. And with interest cost, we will pay you your money in 5 to 7 years. So that can be possible. For the reason today we need more market and demand supply ratio is not good. So whether you are in that position, I don't know, but it can be a good idea. At the same time, at the time when I was water resources minister, we have signed agreement with Doffelmayr, the Austrian company, and a joint venture, technical joint venture is already signed between Doffelmayr and Wapcos for making of ropeway, cable car, funicular railway. And for that reason, now the technology is available, particularly the hill area where Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, Kashmir, some part of the northeast, where we can make this cable car, ropeway, funicular railway, and it is economically viable. Now we have also given proposal to the cabinet secretary that particularly when we are constructing road construction in the hill area, in place of that, if you can make ropeway, cable car, funicular railway, it can be a cost effective. With low capital, we can give the good services. At the same time, the state like Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, and Kashmir, they are ready to give electricity. I'm talking with them for 10 years. They can give free of charge electricity for making of cable car, ropeway, and funicular railway. They can give us a land also for construction and giving all type of clearances. And we can make it on BOT basis, PPP mode, hybrid annuity mode, or with encouraging public-private investment. And tourism is also one of the sector where we can use the systems, and having a huge market is available. So my suggestion is, if with a contractor and a manufacturer, if they can make a common company with whatever the equity which you can decide on the basis of that, if you are coming for investment, we can think about it now on our rules of business. This ropeway, cable car, funicular railway, and mass rapid transport on electricity, that is the solution for the future. We are also planning to make it one of the system from Dhaulakua to Manesar. Huge traffic density is there. So there are a lot of proposal. Wapcos has already got the technology and they are already making it on the steel. So this can be a good idea that you can make joint venture with the investors, and if you can come for that, nothing like that. The other idea is on BOT basis, particularly the city area. We can make this using the revenue of advertisement and making there a electric cable street bridge or electric bridge, a steel bridge, for which one side we can use lift also to go for higher side, and there will be a small bus stop, and also there will be washrooms and other thing will be available on BOT basis, and the advertisement revenue which we'll getting, that is economically viable, particularly Delhi to Gurgaon road. Lot of good proposals are there, and we want to make it giving encouragement to the private public investment for that. The cost effectiveness is very important. Just 2 days, 3 days before, we have finalized the policy for precast. And the idea is we want to convert maximum our construction on precast basis. We are definitely more interested also to giving encouragement for steel manufacturing for different roles. I'm giving a small example. Our present blue economy is of 1 lakh crore. And now we want to make it of 5 lakh crore. Our 80% population is related in the area which is nearer to the sea, and where the main income source is fishing. Now the boats which they are using, they can take it up to 7 to 8 nautical mile only. But the Cochin Shipyard and the Institute of one in Kochi, they have developed trawler. Their cost is 1,25,000, 1 crore 25 lakhs. And that is to be very important. It can go up to 100 nautical mile. So there is already ice factory is there, everything is there. We have already donated 100 this trawler to Tamil Nadu government because our fishermen enter into the border of Sri Lanka. That's the reason that now we are giving them to use it for in our area. They can go up to 100 nautical miles. They will get more fish. Now by this we can increase the fish production by at least 6 to 7 times more, and that is why we are now trying to make a blue economy of 5 lakh crores. The government has already sanctioned the package of 20,000 crore for that. Now the fishing ministry and my ministry, fishing and shipping ministry at that time, and our MSME, we are now going to plan a scheme where we need trawler, and this trawler are maximum they are using steel for that. So it can be a source where you can increase the demand of steel by making more trawlers which are economically viable. Even the Ganga waterway is now already started. We are already decided to make 4 multimodal hub, one at Varanasi, Haldia, Sahibganj and Gazipur, out of which Varanasi and Sahibganj is already completed. And also the Gazipur and Haldia is also, we are going to complete it. There are 40 river ports. We have also decided to increase the depth of from Varanasi to Allahabad, Prayagraj by 1 meter. So the particularly the catamaran, hovercrafts, seaplane, majority technology very cheaply available in Russia, and we can use it as a water transport. We need to develop for that. Presently, there is a huge potential, and Russian technology is available, and now idea is to use LNG for that as a fuel, so we can reduce the cost. So even in Ganga, particularly waterways, where we are expecting 285 lakh ton of goods transport in Ganga. Going by road, if the cost is 10 rupees, going by railway is 6 rupees, going by waterways is only 1 rupees. Already JSW, they have purchased some barges from Bangladesh. So now we are also going to connect it to Gandak and going up to the border of Nepal. So the water transport where huge potential for steel is available. But we need to make new technology, new innovation in it. I know that the present situation in the real estate sector is not good. We are facing, you are all facing a lot of problem. But I feel that it is the time for Indian industry to create positivity and self-confidence in the mind of the people. And we are also going to win the war against coronavirus. At the same time, we will win the war, economic war, which is very important. Now we have changed the definition of MSME. For medium, actually our first provision was for investment of 10 crore and then a turnover of rupees 5 crore. Then we declare investment 20 crore. That is investment means investment in plant and machinery, and turnover of 100 crore. But now we change that, and now it is investment, that is the plant and machinery or equipment 50 crores and turnover up to 250 crores, and the export is excluded. I feel that majority steel industry also will get the benefit from it. We have taken a lot of decision, that is fund of fund, which we are going to give equity for those MSMEs, those whose track record is good regarding income tax, GST and bank turnover. So we are making the rating system for them, and by which we will give our equity to them, and they will go to the capital market to raise the fund. Just like stock exchange, our idea is to the stock exchange, we will open new MSME stock exchange, and MSME will get support from the public for the capital. That is the idea. We are also decided to help the making restructure of MSMEs. We have already up to 6 lakh MSMEs are already restructured up to March end, and now up to end of now we increase the date up to 31st December. So the idea is 25 lakh MSMEs will be restructured. For that purpose, we are also giving provision of 20,000 crore. that stress fund is available, where we will take the equity in the MSME, where the MSME which is not possible for bank to make the restructure of it because of the present law. But by giving our equity to proprietor as a loan, then that can be possible for bank to convert to restructure such type of MSMEs which are already facing the NPA problem. So we are trying to find out many way outs how we can be helpful for it. We are very open, and whatever the good suggestion from the industry, where our target is to increase export, reduce imports, create more employment potential, and at the same time, by different innovation, research and technology, we need to make new innovations, new research, where it can be a great potential for our export. So government is very supporting for the small scale industries, and in the field particularly we are definitely positively we will support you. My suggestion is with your detailed memorandum which already I have received, but I don't have answer of your all questions because I don't know the exact things. But I am already sending it to my ministry, my secretary and my private secretary will work on it. And I will invite all of you or your delegation at the time when I am in Delhi, please come to me. We will discuss the thing, but after this lockdown, because presently it is difficult for you also, whatever the good suggestion from your side, which is under my ministry, I will definitely positively try to resolve the issue. And if anywhere it is needed to be send it to the finance ministry, I will definitely recommend it to finance ministry also. So once again, my request to all of you, be positive. Self-confidence is very important. Don't be negative. It is difficult task, difficult time period you are all facing. But I am confident that we are going to win the war against coronavirus. We will get the vaccine as early as possible to prevent the life of the people. At the same time, we are also going to win this war, economic war, which is very important for our country. We are the fastest growing economy, and presently my feeling is international situation is supporting us, giving us more chance for our export, for our FDI good investment in India. We can upgrade the technology and we can create more employment potential and growth in the country. So thank you very much. If you have some question, 3 to 4 questions, I will try to answer the question which you can ask to me. Thank you very much. Namaskar.
नमस्कार. थैंक यू सो मच गडकरी जी. आपका बिन मांगे अगर मिल जाए तो मांगने का जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ती है. आपने इतना कुछ मंत्री जी हमें दिया है. We are really grateful. The industry is grateful to Honorable Prime Minister and you and our Honorable FM, who has already given us so much. The entire package, if you look at, is actually a boost for the entire steel industry. We say steel is the basis for a nation. So if you look at that, for every segment that the government has announced, the steel industry is there to benefit. So from the bottom of our heart, we thank you and the Honorable Prime Minister for all that he has done, and the industry is really rejuvenated with the announcement which the government has made. And look at the figures, sir. If you look at last May figures, the steel industry has exported a tremendous amount of money. SAIL has imported more than 400,000 tons. Jindal Steel and Power has done good export. JSW has done. All the steel makers have done excellent exports when the domestic market was down. Now, when China says they are going to come up with $1.7 trillion investment, India is not far behind, sir. India will have more investments in the days to come. So, हमारे लिए export करने की जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ेगी, sir. We will be able. The domestic demand will be enough to, and we will. In fact, our demand will outstrip the supplies. India, as you know, with our national steel policy, we have made a target to produce 300 million tons of steel by the year 2030. So, with that vision of the Prime Minister in mind, the steel industry is shaping up to face the challenges. Now, Ankit, if you could just take a few questions for Honorable Minister, and he will be happy to answer a few questions.
Yes, of course. So we have one question from Mr. Ravi Singh. He has asked, Honorable Minister, do you see any possibility for FTA with GCC as a regional initiative?
I feel
गडकरी
that
जी गडकरी जी एक मिनट मैं आपको बता दूं ये रवि सिंह जो है ही इज द सीईओ ऑफ 1.7 मिलियन टन स्टील कंपनी इन bahrain इसका नाम है सुल so he runs this CEO as a CEO. He was earlier with Tata Rearson and also with SR Steel. Ravi Singh is a very experienced man from Indian steel industry, now in Middle East.
I feel that there is a huge opportunity for us, that 100% for Indian market also you are getting good market. But at the same time, by increasing the capacity, if it is we are in position to making more export, to get more foreign exchange for the country is very important. So definitely the way in which government will frame the policy, which is going to give more encouragement to the steel industry. And the value addition is also equally important. There are a lot of fields where a lot of potential is there and we can make it, but at the same time, I know that we need to make economic competitiveness compare with the other countries, because that is very important. We need to improve the quality. At the same time, we should be very competitive in the market. But the policy of the government is now to reduce import and increase export and to make Indian economy strong, create more employment potential. That is very important. And at the same time, we need to increase more liquidity in the market. Without that, we cannot accelerate the wheel of our economy. So we are trying our level best to how we can increase the demand and supply. For that reason, we need to push up many sectors, and that is the government is facilitating, giving maximum help to different stakeholders and the sectors, that how it can be accelerate the wheel of our economy, and that is the need of the hour.
Thank you very much, Gadkari ji. We have one more question from Mr. Shobhashachi Bandyopadhyay. He is the CTO of Big River Steel in USA. And his question is, to reflect more on the inland waterway, what's the growth potential and targets? Any collaborations?
Actually, presently, I'm not the minister for inland waterways. But at the time when last 5 years when I was minister, I given a special concentration on inland waterways. We are making, at that time we have started the first project, that is Ganga, starting from Varanasi to Haldia, 1,380 kilometer. We have completed this project. Now we are planning to make it extend it up to the Allahabad, Prayagraj. 1 meter draft we are going to maintain. After that, from Delhi by Yamuna, the project TPR is already ready, and at that time I ordered to department to submit to World Bank. It starts from Delhi, coming to Mathura, Agra, Etawah, and then coming to Allahabad. So there will be direct connectivity between Delhi to Varanasi. And after Varanasi to Haldia, there is already work is over. Haldia, there is the Bengal Sea is there. So again, Brahmaputra, we have completed dredging. We can go up to Myanmar, up to Bangladesh. Even the Mungli port in Bangladesh, in my regime, we have taken responsibility to make dredging there. So now the dredging 250 crores spent by Indian government, and we have completed that. Again, we can go up to Southeast Asia from this line. So the huge potential is there. Then as for the sea transport also, the steel from Vishakhapatnam, from the sale, we have taken it to Cochin, then taking it to Mumbai also by ship. So my suggestion is, now also there are a lot of waterways under pending, where presently I am not the minister for that. But the development of waterways is very important for the country. Particularly the European countries, everywhere, all big factories are near to waterways, and they are taking their material from waterways to the sea, to the port. That's why their logistic cost is very less. So my suggestion is, in a present scenario, it is the time for Indian industry to reduce logistic cost reduce power cost, capital cost, and labor cost, and not without compromising with the quality to improve the quality. That is only the important thing for the industry. The waterways are definitely going to reduce the logistic cost, and that is very important. We are now, when I started talking about waterways, no one was ready to believe me. But the way in which we have completed Ganga waterways with the help of World Bank, now everyone has a lot of expectation. Presently, I am not a minister, but I am confident that the present ministry the minister is also trying to make it more waterways for the country. We have started many works, lot of DPRs are ready, and 7,500 kilometers of seafront which is available. We need to use waterways for public transport or goods transport. We need to develop catamaran, hovercrafts, amphibious seaplane, and that creates more tourism in our country. And there is a huge potential is available. So ultimately, government has taken a lot of initiative. The World Bank support is very good. So of the future also, the steel industry can enter into it, because presently the shipping yard position is not good. They are facing a lot of problems. Somewhere we need to create demand, and without that we cannot make this industry economically viable. So these are the complex situation, but the government approach is always supporting for the industry, and development of waterways is very important for India. Now I am expecting a good development in waterways for the future.
Thank you. I would now request Mr. Nirmalya Mukherjee to take it over from here.
Thank you so much, Gadkari ji. You are not only a good human being and a good minister, but you have a vast knowledge of, and the depth of the subject. We are really mesmerized with your speech today, and it has given us a lot of encouragement. And we wish, Gadkari ji, you all the best, and hope that you continue to show us the path. आप हमारे मार्गदर्शक बने रहिए, और हम सब यही उम्मीद करेंगे कि that ministers like Nitin Gadkari stay on in the cabinet with our honorable Prime Minister, leading India forward to a great destination, greater heights. Thank you so much, Nitin ji. We are really grateful.
Thank you.
आप जो आज नागपुर से हमारे साथ बने रहे, we are really grateful, sir. And let me express my heartfelt gratitude and thanks for all that you have done. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Let us end the meeting. Sir, हमें आगे